folks. Got the Indiana and Ohio Railroad heading north here in Blanchester. First time I've been able to catch these guys in weeks. Been sitting here for almost an hour. They've been down the tracks. The local had to leave. But I finally got them. Train for a short line. I'm going to go catch them in Midland. Boy, I barely made it. That was close. standing. I don't know for how much longer. A look at the other side of the train here. Other than that right there, that's not really cool, but coming around the curve. This track here goes to Wilmington, Ohio, then it goes up through Wilmington, through Sabina, and into Washington Courthouse, and it can split there and either go to Springfield or towards Columbus. Most of the trains I hear go to Springfield, and there's a lot more industry over that way. You can follow it on Google Earth and really get a good look at it. This is Midland, Ohio right here. See the other track to the left of the train station, that's the Greenfield sub. That goes to Greenfield, Ohio, and it dead ends out there. They run on that a couple of times a week. A couple customers out there, Candlelight, Hutamaki, I think. The Village of Greenfield actually owns that line now. That used to run all the way to Parkersburg, West Virginia. For some reason, in their infinite wisdom, they cut it off at Greenfield instead of cutting it at Chillicothe, where it would have still been connected. I think that decision was made back in the Chessie System days. This used to be a really busy railroad right here. You get 25, 30 trains a day through here. Back when I was growing up. I could have caught it earlier, they probably had DPUs on it before they got to Blanchester. Grind them plants. Wow. Oh, that's loud. Putting in a new crossing up there, so they got Route 68 closed. There he goes, on his way to Wilmington. That was a long one. That's a fertilizer place right there. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.